Hi and welcome to my channel. In this video we'll take a look at the policy packages among other things. So a policy package is a set of multiple policy types. Once installed, the security gateway enforces all the policies within the package. So a policy package may include one or more policy types. So here, if we right click here, under access control policy, right click and edit policy. This is our policy package, and here we can see what policy types do we have. So a policy type like access control include rules for firewall, NAT, application control and URL filtering, content awareness, mobile access, QoS, rules for managing bandwidth. So another type is the desktop security, which is a firewall policy for endpoints with the Endpoint Security VPN remote access client installed as a standalone client. Another policy is the HTTPS inspection, which contains rules for inspecting traffic encrypted by the transport layer, the TLS protocol. So starting from R82, the HTTPS inspection policy is separated into inbound policy and outbound policy. But because this is R81, so that is not applied here. But we still, if we click here, we can see that we have a policy here that we can edit and apply. So here, as we can see, this is the HTTPS policy. So we have also policy type is the threat prevention. So threat prevention here, as you can see, we have custom policy or autonomous policy. So the threat prevention policy rules support the threat prevention software blades and are designed to protect against malware infections. Threat prevention policy packages include IPS, anti-bot, antivirus, threat emulation. So the threat prevention policy includes a dedicated exception section, enabling administrators to create both global exceptions and exceptions for groups. So here, if you look here, exceptions, we can see the global exceptions. So a global exception applies to the entire threat prevention policy. Exception groups can be attached to rules in three ways: manually, to individual rules, automatically, to each rule with a specific profile, or automatically to all rules. So if we click here, new, we can see these are options here. So these options or these groups can then be assigned to one or more rules within the threat prevention policy rule base. So now let's take a look at installing the user database. So when changes are made to user definitions in Smart Console, they are saved to the user database on the security management server. This database also stores user authentication methods and encryption keys, while it does not hold information about user defined outside of the security gateways, like users in external user directory groups. It does contain data on the external groups themselves, including the account unit where each group is defined. So changes to external groups become effective after the policy is installed or the user database is downloaded from the SMS or the management server. So depending on your changes, you may need to install either the policy or the user database. So here, if we click here, we can see install data, install policy, and we can see install database here. So what is the difference? So when we need to install the policy and when we need to install the database. So install the policy if you modified other components of the policy package, such as adding new security policy rules for the installation targets. And install the user database if you only updated user or administrator definitions. The user database is installed on security gateways during policy installation, and Check Point hosts with management software blades during database installation. You can also install the user database on security gateways and remote servers such as a log server directly from the security management server command line interface. To install the database using the command line interface, we open our PowerShell. We are already logged into the management server. We can use the command fwm db load. So this command will install the database on the management server. So now it's done. And so here, this video is done now. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.